Really nice looking fish.
Wow, that's a trophy.
That's a hog.
Woo! Nice job, you two. There we go.
Lund Boats proudly presents the ultimate fishing experience. This week on Lund's The Ultimate Fishing Experience, we're joining Al Lindner and Billy Rosner on beautiful Lake Vermilion in northeast Minnesota to chase down early fall walleye. Fall is a time of change. For us, these changes are much easier to see above the water than below. But nonetheless, fish know. As the water temperature begins to drop, this will often trigger walleyes to start moving. They can be here today, gone tomorrow. This is often the case until after the turnover is complete and water temperatures once again stabilize. Until then, the search is on. Searching with your electronics and searching with a variety of presentations. And when you do find them, you'll want to take advantage of it.
Beautiful Lake Vermilion walleye there.
Because tomorrow, the search will most likely start all over again.
Woo! Boy, that one gobbled it, man. You know, it was really fun getting caught up here with Rock and Lee and getting the scoop on the history of life of Riley Resort here. Yeah, you know, it's really a special place. The history that they have available here is just amazing to me. You know, I've been fortunate enough to be at a lot of different lodges here on Lake Vermilion. Phenomenal lake, beautiful lodges to facilitate any level of interest. But I don't remember any place that had this much historical, old history stuff going back to what was 1928 or 29?
Yeah.
Oh, great history. It was really fun. But it's time to go catch a fish, brother.
It is. Let's go see if we get some of these fall walleyes out of Vermilion here, and we'll go catch some fish. Some Vermilion walleyes here. It's middle of September, September 20th, something like that. Water temperatures 65. It's kind of weird. We actually had 58 to 62, and this warm weather, it's climbed up. Fish are kind of in a transition mode, but everything's kind of stalled here. And what do you think, Al?
Billy and I have fished together a lot over the years up here, and we never missed scoring. Sometimes we just got to work a little bit harder than others.
Right. This spot here, it's a transition. It's kind of a harder, rockier shoreline here that kind of just comes down in this sand, a little soft bottom here. Most of these fish have been in like 21 to 24 feet, sitting out here eating perch. I'm just pulling a big chub here on a rig. Al's throwing a jigging wrap up in the bow there. And hopefully we're gonna get one of these fish to commit here pretty soon. There we go, Al.
There you go.
I'm gonna hit spot lock here.
I like that.
Ooh, it's a nice one too.
Good one, good one.
We'll see what she looks like. It's a good
That's a
fish.
quality fish. Am I the netter or are you the netter?
Well, I think I might be able to pull it off.
Okay. I'm still flipping back through that same spot. I changed my mind. I'm going to come help you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I am. It looks like a better fish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's the right stuff.
Not too happy.
She's the right stuff.
Here she
Come here, baby.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Nice fish. There's your start fish, bub.
Boy, pretty fish. Think she's got a few perch in her, Al?
Yeah, she a porker.
Oh.
A real porker, man. fish.
Thank
All
you,
yours.
sweetheart. There's a beautiful Lake Vermilion walleye there. A lot of fish on this spot here. With these weather change going, it was really warm yesterday. It really cooled off, feel like fall today. And just trying to kind of feel out these fish to see what kind of mood they're in. Al's getting a little more aggressive, you know, with ripping wraps, jigging wraps. I'm just kind of pulling a big chub through here on a rig, kind of waving it in their face, and actually missed a couple of fish. Probably didn't let them take enough line, but they're a little finicky here, but hopefully as the day progresses, they'll fire up.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Here's another fish. Might be two of them laying here. Man, we should get bit here. There's another one. Come on, fish.
Got him. Yeah, I got him. Good one. One of them big dogs. One of them big dogs.
Would you like me to net that out?
Well, I would like to.
All right.
I would really like to.
Ooh,
This is a good fish.
That's a good
It's
one.
Big fish. I'm giving it a 24-incher. Maybe even bigger. I don't know. Ooh, she just woke up a little bit. Ooh. Whoa. I feel them big head shake. When you
Nice.
know those big walleyes, when you get used to fishing them a lot like we do, you can feel that, you know, that head shake goes like, I think it's a 26-incher. Because I got to back reel it a little bit.
I think it's a good one.
It's a good one, I guarantee you it's a good one. Very good fish, really good fish. She's a big fish, man. Feels real weird now, but she's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she ain't that big. Yeah,
Nice.
No wonder. Yeah, okay.
That's a nice fish.
Okay, I got your
yeah.
line crossed. No wonder. Okay, no wonder. I knew it was a good fish.
It was a beauty.
And look at that. This is Lake Vermilion Gold. You know, this gets old. You know, every time I come up here with you and start doing this, you know, we start catching a lot of big fish. It's a great way for me to end my season. Yeah, you know, Lake Vermilion is one of my favorite spots in a lake. Yeah, you know, in this part of Minnesota. And this is the reason why, Vermilion Gold. And you know, the lake just seems to be getting better and better and better for trophies over the years. And by anybody's standards, that's a trophy walleye. Oh, let's get her back.
We just caught two beautiful slot fish, and the lake's full of those big, healthy females like that. The DNR, the fisheries out of Tower, they just do a great job keeping up on this lake, managing it and setting these slots. I mean, right now, you can keep 4 fish under 20 inches. Everything between 20 and 26 has to go back, and you could keep one if you wanted to over 26, but it's such a healthy fishery. Every basin fishes a little different. You know, you got big fish in some areas, your small eaters in some areas. Overall, it's just a really healthy fishery.
You know, this is kind of interesting. These fish are in pods all over this big massive flat that we're on now. Here's a little pot of fish here, a little pot of fish here, a little pot of fish there. And when we come over and see them like this, or one of us hooks up, Billy hits the spot lock, and we sit in one spot and we'll flip back to where we seen the fish, but you kind of fish around you. Remember, it's basically a flat, and these fish are kind of milling and wandering around, making contact with those pods of perch. And you just spot lock in a spot, you flip cast around a little bit, you can get a fish here, a fish there, and when it gets dead after 10 minutes and a number of casts, you move on down again.
Yeah, there's so many that age class perch, those young, this year class perch, you know, they're those 2-3 inch perch. There's just a zillion in here. Mad Hennon, head of fisheries out of Tower, he said it's amazing that anybody can even catch a walleye in Vermilion because there's so many perch in here. I mean, you go to some of these spots and throw a jig and wrap, you're catching 1 perch, even 2 perch sometimes on a jig and wrap. I mean, there's just a zillion of perch in here this year.
Got him. Good one. Another one. I'm just loving it.
Would
This
you
isn't as big as some of those other ones, but it's a nice one.
Would you like my assistance?
I would like your assistance.
I'm coming.
I would like your assistance.
I'm used to this. I'm a good net
like
man.
it. I don't mind switching
Oh, that's
back
a
and
nice-
forth.
that's a
We'll
nice-
take turns.
That's a nice one.
We'll take turns.
Really nice fish.
Ooh, we got that representative throw it in.
That's a donkey there, Al. Oh,
I like, man, another. Geez, the
Oh,
fish
that's-
are absolutely
that's,
beautiful.
That's a beauty there.
Oh,
Holy
baby.
smoke.
Look at that. Yeah, look at how healthy they are. Woo! Boy, that one gobbled it. Man. Yeah, let me get her back. I don't want to hold her out too long. Yeah, I actually got 4 rods rigged here. My favorite all-time bait, day in and day out, number 7 jig and wrap. I've caught so many big fish in the last 10 years on this bait, it's amazing. And that size, for whatever reason, it works. That's all I can tell you. And the other baits that I like to use a lot, I'll just show them to you. I'll throw a boot tail on a moonlight jig. I'll throw a bucktail hair jig. Rip just fishing this way. And I'll throw a rip and wrap, and you fish it like a jig. Rip it and it goes down, a vibrating bait. These are the 4 baits that I like to use a lot. And 3 of them are done with a spinning rod. And I prefer mono for this kind of bait. It's just amazing to me. I know a lot of guys are fine fishing with braid on that. I just believe I can land a lot more fish on mono. And that's mono on my bait casting rod, that Suffolk's new advanced mono. And it just works great. And then we'll just keep moving along again. We'll find another pot of fish and the routine starts all over again.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll use the same baits Al's using also, but sometimes, you know, depending on the conditions and their moods, you know, dragging these rigs are really the way to go, these live bait rigs, whether you're using a big chub or a crawler. This time of year, I'm pretty much using big chubs or big suckers. Just a Lindy rig setup, you know, a nice heavier slip sinker. I use 3/8 or ½ ounce. I like putting a bead on. I like that VMC wide gap, the walleye hook. You get a really nice hook set with that VMC wide gap hook. Fish,
Whoa.
big
Whoa.
fish.
Whoa. Did you know the trick to catching them? You know what the #1 trick? You just did it.
Oh,
another
yeah.
nice one. Another nice one. You gotta go dead stick in there.
Whatever it takes right now. Oh, she's feisty.
Yeah.
She's feisty.
I think that's an over.
It is, yep. It's a
It's
nice
definitely
one.
an over. I've seen another one
kinda
there. That's her.
Hanging up on top.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
she comes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come here. One more little
Here she comes.
scoop. There
Nice
you go,
fish.
baby. There you go. Here's your fish, sir.
Get her out of
Nice
there.
one. You know, it's really kind of interesting. The first areas we fished in, that first basin we were in, you're talking about those basins. That first basin area we were in, all the fish were marking it 22 to 26, 24 was really good. We come up way up in the shallower basin, total different area. These fish are coming out of 9 to about 12.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
you know,
it-
and that's what I love about these lakes, like you were talking. The
Right.
variety is there, man.
just I'm gonna get this girl back in
yeah,
the water quick
yeah.
here.
Good one right there. That's probably the one I just missed. Look at that. Got that one.
All right.
Got that one, man. Good one.
I locked her up, Al.
Yeah, got that one. That's
I'll
the
be
kind
up
you
there to
want.
help
That's
you
the
out.
kind you want. Good fish.
These shallow walleyes are
Ah,
strong, aren't
man.
they? It's
Okay, you want to play this game, don't you?
they are strong, man.
I just missed that other one before that. I seen her. I got to look at her.
Oh yeah.
They're so strong yet.
I don't know what it is, but these vermilion shallow water fish, I've had people
They are
tell
like,
me,
just so, I
time
mean,
after
it's
time,
just,
they're
just
so strong.
amazing.
It's like it's a whole different
Yeah.
breed
Like a
of
whole-
walleye. I don't know
A
what
whole
it is.
different, I know. They're big, but boy, they're also just bad. I love it.
I do too. We'll just hang out here and let you get some exercise.
This one's coming ready for the net.
Oh!
Yeah, look at that. And we made a quick, we came pounding through here, jigging, dragging rigs and everything, and amazing how many times I put the ripping wrap on in this case. And then we came through with hair jigs, we came through with soft plastics, we're
Big
dragging meat.
chubs.
Reverse, we're seeing fish, fish, fish. I made 3 casts, I missed one, and this little beauty here decided to bite. And it ain't gonna be the end of it. We're fishing the front end of the turnover now, and you know, understanding turnover fishing is when this stuff starts, the bites get real weird. You pull in one spot and you go bing, 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 and you can come back there for 5 days in a row and not catch another fish. But that's turnover fishing. I mean, you're mixing things up. You're fishing with a lot of different kind of baits. You think you got a pattern. I catch 2 on this thing. Now we're set up for a pattern. And all of a sudden, nothing happens for 2.5 or 3 more hours. You grab another bait in the same spot and you go, boom, boom, 2 more fish. The fish are in constant turmoil. And you just got, in many cases, fish harder and smarter. But there's plenty of big fish to catch. I fished this thing as deep as in 35 feet of water. I fished it in 35 foot.
Wow.
And it sinks, it cuts because it's so thin. You know, the bait is thin this way, and it's got a real loud rattle in it, and it vibrates. It's, yeah, you know, of the lipless crankbaits for walleyes, that's why it caught on so much the way it has. Most of the lipless crankbaits aren't thin like that. They got the right plastic with the amount of BBs. The bait is real loud. You feel it in your hand, you could hear it. You know, when it comes to the side of the boat, you could hear it making the noise in the water. It became popular up on Lake Winnipeg through the ice for those real monster walleyes, guys vertical jigging it through the ice. And then pretty soon, a lot of industrious walleye guys say, well, if it works through the ice and the big walleyes like it on Winnipeg so much, we got to try it somewhere else. And pretty soon all over the country where there's big walleyes really become a mainstay in a lot of walleye fishermen's tackle box. You know, you got this boat rigged out the way you guide up on this water. It's perfect for you. You're running everything with from the rear of the boat. You can position your people, whether they're muskie fishing, walleye fishing, crappie fishing, bass fishing. Yeah, you know, it's a perfect guide boat for this kind of. How long you been in this rig?
I've been in the 2025 Impact Al since they came out, and it's just a perfect fit for me. Like you said, guiding. There's lots of room in here, lots of storage, lots of rod storage. It's a great family boat. It fishes big water, small water, and it's balanced so nice. Like you said, everything, the way it's rigged for me, and this new 200 Mercury, this V8 is just an awesome motor. The fuel economy, it really surprised me. I thought it'd be a lot harder on fuel, but this thing is efficient or more efficient than the old 200 6-cylinders. It's this boat is just balanced perfect.
But I've pretty much been in a Lund powered by Mercury my entire career, and proud of it.
I hear you.
Yeah. Boy, did that fish take a long time
Holy cow.
to suck.
It's kind of funny today.
Wow.
I was talking about how finicky these fish are, and I'm running the boat. It's just easier to pull a rig for myself, and I've missed a few, and it's just, man, you got to be patient with these things.
Even them dinks are tough.
Yes.
I'm calling this a dink in a lot of cases.
Right.
People really, they go long ways to catch a walleye like that.
Just kind of,
Again, even that one is so nice and chunky.
and I fed that fish a lot of line. Look where he's hooked. I got,
Corner of the mouth.
yep, just barely. Oh yeah, now I'm seeing this big gob of perch up above it, and he's sitting down there all by himself.
That fish bites, you're going to be in business.
I run a Hummingbird, the Helix. This is a 10. You know, I got a lot of old school in me, and I just keep it simple. I kind of every year, I mean, there's so much stuff on these things. I got it set up so I got 3-4 options. Here I'm just running my map, the sonar, but you know, then every year I might learn something new. So pretty soon I have 4 or 5 things set up on here for me, and that's how I put fish in the boat day in, day out. You know, it's just a learning process, but there's nothing wrong to keeping it simple, just using 2-3 options on here, and just set it up so you're comfortable with it. That's all you need to do. Got her.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a better one. This is for this spot here. We had that real big one early. This is good fish. All good. Mama, this is Mama.
He's feisty.
I see a sinker.
That's a good sign.
I see a sinker. Ooh, nice one, nice one. Yeah, nice one. Lift up, baby, come on.
Here she comes out.
There you go, come to Billy, look.
Oh, there's
Wow.
Whoa, nice.
You thought I was gonna blow that, didn't you? So did I. You know, the years that we've done this, we've always scored.
Oh,
it's
man.
like magic.
It is.
On this lake.
It is. We just,
It's like magic, man.
we always seem to be, for sure, having somebody looking over us when we're out here doing this.
Right.
together.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I got her.
You're gonna kiss that fish? You're gonna kiss it goodbye? You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
give
kiss
it a
her.
Jimmy Houston kiss?
I am.
Now this was, again, a phenomenal trip up here to one of my favorite lakes in the world up here. It's one of the prettiest lakes in Minnesota, loaded with big fish of every kind.
Yep, nope,
What do you
it's
think?
been another great walleye bite for sure.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like more information, check out lundboats.com or these other online outlets.